Hello, my friends. Welcome on in. How we doing today? Hello. How we doing? What's going on? Welcome on in. Happy Valentine's Day. Lovely to have y'all out here. Welcome. Good to have you, friends. Good to have you. Let me just move some windows around that I had not done before. And let's get rocking in here. How we doing today? What's everybody up to? How's the day going? We got some good early vibes. We're just chilling. Hopefully some fun going on. Lizosaurus, thanks so much for the 42 months. Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate that. We got Morgan with the 7 months as well. Thank you so very much. We do got some plans today. We do got some plans. I'll share more on it next week. I don't like to announce where I'm going before I go do things. But we do have some plans tonight. We're gonna go have some fun. But I really do appreciate it. Thank you for the 7 months. I'll talk to y'all about it on Monday stream and all that stuff. Also, before stream started today, I am Marja. Thank you so much for the tier 1 and Crazy Guava. Both of you came in at like an hour before stream. So if either of you are in here, thank you. Or if you're watching the VOD later, thank you. How we doing, my friends? Paul, thank you so much for the 5 gift members, my dude. I really appreciate that. Waffle, you just got your driver's license? Okay, good on ya. Congratulations. Freedom. Now you can paint your face and go liberate the lands and yell freedom everywhere as you're driving around safely driving. Don't speed. It's bad. Eggercrafter, how we doing? Well, I'm doing pretty good. Ian, how we doing? Happy Valentine's Day right back at you. Trent, how we doing? Annabelle, Nano, who we got on those gift members? We got Nanu, we got Dragon Slayer, we got Joshua, we got Melina, and we got Paul gifted a membership to another Paul. I think that's just great. That's just excellent.
Valentine's date because Teresa fWhip stream.
How did the bot not say the word theirs?
Pleased to meet you.
How did the bot say Terry's instead of
Happy
theirs?
Valentine's Day, or as the rest of us call it, just another Friday. Also 1 year.
Fair. It is just a Friday.
Hi fWhip. Consider this my Valentine's Day gift. Would you like to, consensually, platonically, non-romantically be my Valentine?
You know, nobody has asked me to be their Valentine yet. So, Tactical Corn, you are the first one to ask. But, maybe. We'll see. Platonically, non-romantically, and not in a weird internet, weird way. Sure.
Sydney, have a lovely day.
But Lightmark, thank you so much for the 7 months. Staltech, thank you so much for the raid, my dude. Welcome on in, friends. Paul, thank you so much for the 20 months as well. Welcome on in again. Grasmonts with the 1 year, my dude. Thank you so very much. Tactical Corn with the 5 months. Balana, thank you so much for the dono. Special Valentine's Day is my partner and I's 5-year anniversary too. Oh, that's absolutely awesome. Congrats to you both. That's very, very cool. And we got Robin with the 5 gift memberships as well. What the heck, my friends? Thank you all so very much. Who'd those go out to? We got Derby County Lover. We got Daniel. We got Slushy. We got Ireland Terrell. And we got Josh. Thank you so very much all for being here. I really do appreciate it. How's your week? My week's been busy, but it's been pretty good. I'm really interested in what I'm doing on work stuff right now. So it's one of those where the days are just flying by. And I'm not doing all the adult responsibility things I do because I'm interested in doing the work stuff and designing the builds that I'm working on. And then the end of the day gets here and I'm just like, crap, I forgot to do all those things I was supposed to do today. And then it's just busy in the evening and getting all the things that I should have done in the morning done at night. So Derby is pronounced Darby, but that's with an A and they have it with an E. There's also Derby Racing, which is with an E. So I was assuming that, but I don't know. We'll see. Katie, thanks so much for the 15 months. Lovely to have you in here. Welcome on in. My friends over on the YouTube side, be sure to click that like button if you haven't already. We got 500 people in here. We got 200 likes right now. So be sure to click the like button if you haven't already. I really do appreciate it. TK Ender, how we doing? What's going on? Piranha, what's going on? How we doing? Good to have you. How we doing, friends? How we doing? It's an English language variation. Okay. Well, just English that we can read. English that you can assume that I can read. Yeah, in England it's pronounced Derby, as in the football club. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, I'll try and remember. I was thinking like Derby car racing. I don't know. But you know, that probably is it if you're saying that. I wanted to work on building a mangrove village, but I'm not sure what blocks would fit. If you're trying to make it, I honestly think if you're trying to make a village like in the mangrove trees, like jungle could be really cool. That could be fun. I don't know. I feel like jungle could be a good way because you want to stick with the warm tones. I think would be your best bet. Like some jungle as like your base stuff, and maybe some spruce in there, and you could get, and you'll have to work in some like mud brick and things, and I think you could do it. Do you read it all in your free time? If so, what's your favorite book? I started reading a little while ago. So I'm like newer into the reading hobby. I read what was the series called? I'm blanking on it. I don't know. Court of Thorns and Roses, I think. No, it might be a different one. But Sid got me to read that, and then I'm reading the Red Rising series right now. I'm on the 5th book, and it's pretty good. It's a good series. It's like space genres. Actar, Fourth Wing. No, I haven't read those. Sid actually just finished reading the new Fourth Wing book though. Why am I blanking on the name of the character too? I don't know. No, Throne of Glass. That's what it is. Not Throne of Glass. That series. That one I finished a little while ago. Blanking on the series names. But yeah, that's what it was. Currently out, but wanted to drop in and say hi. Hey, Amy Lou, thanks so much for stopping by. No worries. Have a good afternoon. Also amazing. Sid read Akatar. No, yeah, I think she's got like, here's my really favorite series. You should read all of these. And so I'm like slowly going through them. But then some friends were like, hey, we should all read Rising. And I was like, okay, I'll pick up that one. All book talk series, easy to get confused. Yeah. I just go to Sid. She just helps me figure out which one. She's very much into the reading scene. Can use some perks now. Ooh, look at those emotes. Look at those emotes. Yeah, but it's good. How am I doing today? I'm pretty good. Sid just sent me the message of the name. She's definitely listening downstairs. It's fine. Everybody can say hi. No, she's not in chat. She just hears me because my office is right above her office. So she just listens to me yell at my computer all day. Somehow she gets work done. I don't know. I need to get the world download when I go home also. Yeah. For everybody who got the gift memberships, join the Discord. You could get the world download. What should I do if I want to build medieval, however, also modern? You could go with like looking at any modern day city in Europe right now that have like a lot of old timey buildings in it. So you could do something like that where you're kind of mixing in the different styles of having older districts and newer districts and like kind of showing the evolution of it, like a society coming together and all that stuff. Can we maybe have a papyrus stream soon? I was thinking about doing that today, but I really want to get the cliffs textured. So, because I want to start working on this. So we're going to work on this mess today is where we're going to go. Yeah, I added some extra little cliffs in over here, and it's looking pretty good. And I also planned out a few little houses, and I did a little rock right there. But I think I want to do some houses here, and I think I want a little dock that's going to come out somewhere along this edge, maybe coming out from back here. Let's just get some spruce. We can actually, I'm just gonna do it with let's just do some concrete. I just want this to be like a little dock of sorts for some tiny little paddle boats to...
escapism from PhD hunting and care responsibilities. Happy Valentine's peeps! ! _fWhip heart.
I was really confused.
_fWhip heart.
I was really confused by the escapism, but I got it now, Leanne.
Pleased to meet you.
Glad to know you got a spot where you can hang out and take a little bit of a break from all that, but welcome on in.
Got some sickness going on, so I'm chilling today. Have a great
Leanne, thank you so much for the dono. Raven, thank you so much for the 21 months. I hope you feel better soon. Hope you feel better soon. But yeah, there seems to be a bug going around right now. I'm thankfully avoiding it so far, but I'm just hoping for the best that I don't pick up anything. This needs to have a little bit more something to it. Maybe just... this was just terrain that we had. That was just a smoothing brush that we had done before, and it just leaving some gross bits behind. Clearly missed a lot. Yeah, if you haven't been here for a while, hey Mandolin, how we doing today? We're working on this. The university is coming together up here. We've got the land up here kind of started to be figured out how that's gonna move in. And then we're working on the lake. That's where we're at. Yeah, I'm digging again for some water. We're gonna have some water. I have missed a lot as well. Yeah, so the lake is being fed from a little stream that's coming in through here. That is, we're gonna have kind of coming up from that thing. And then I think I want to hold off on extending the water up from here till I redo these mountains, because I think we can add like a really cool, like multiple water sources coming down and conjoining into that one spot. I think could be really fun. But that's like a future expansion. So we'll just have it being from like the little thing up there. What do you think about fossils and archaeology mod? I've never played it, so I don't have any thoughts on it, unfortunately. So, does anybody have any tips for texturing in Axiom to get, like, cool, easy texturing on cliff faces and things? I was trying to do some stuff, because I saw that there is... Ooh, I hate that. The breaking a rule. Can't have that. But we need to fix this. But I saw there's, mountains or DLC content. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to skip that. I should update soon, though. But I saw there's this, where is it? Tool masks. You can use a angle mask, and you can have like a range for the angle. And so we could do an and mask, an angle, and then we can say like, let's grab light gray wool. And then we're going to have our block be purple concrete. So what's that's doing is here, anything from the angle 0 to 20, we would be painting with light gray wool, which you can see kind of works a little bit to an extent, but then it also gets like any angle there. Whereas I want it just to be like these tops. So I think we might have to do some like quick brush work on getting some things like with just some smaller brushes and figure it out in there, but possibly move chat on screen. Yeah, TK, thank you. Thank you for the reminder. Okay, I'm gonna move chat on screen. You guys are gonna go down here today. Happy? That way you're not missing anything. Yeah, some people had asked to be able to see this section that we're doing all the things. So y'all are down there. Or let's look at our Axiom screen. Where's the best place to put y'all? Because my face here, I'm blocking the history right here. So you don't need to see that. You can see the active block right up here. This whole, we don't really use the world properties down here, so we don't really care about that. We're at the bottom of the screen. Don't. Everybody, make sure you pack your bags and get ready. You're moving down. We do need to do a little bit more shaping because we still have some weird like bits sticking out like this that I'm not a massive fan of. I do like the idea of having some multi-layered bits instead of it just going woo. I like the idea of having some elements in here, but something. Yeah, that's okay. Didn't pack your bag. Sorry. Yeah, you've fallen. You'll work back up to it. You can click the like button and then you can get back up there. But you know that'd be super cool if anybody wants to click the like button. We got 300 likes right now. We got 750 people. We're actually at 1,000 people if we include the Twitch friends. So where are we in the world? Is this the edge of the river? The river goes through here, harbor, city, right here. So city, tree, lake. So my goal is to copy this same exact texturing style that we have over here. May I ask how you get your ideas for these projects? This one, I knew I wanted to do a university up here. I've wanted to for a really long time, and so we're finally taking action on it. And then this turned into a lake because we have the massive river, and I wanted somewhere for the lake to come from. And you can see this scar kind of down here for that underwater cave biome, and that in the actual survival world, it creates a pretty perfect circle. And so it's always been in my brain of being like, this could be really cool to turn into a lake of just like the world itself. The seed inspired me.
Anybody else feel the fWhip quake? Whole world moved, man.
Raven, thank you so much for the donut. I appreciate it. Dude, we got the memers out here for Valentine's Day. Everybody's like, you know, it's Valentine's Day is it's the day of memes. Shading tool inverted, maybe for the cliff. Is there a shading tool? Wait, is there a shading? I know there's the gradient painter, but I don't really want to use that. Is there a shade tool? If there's a shade tool, I'm not aware of it. If you go Operations Axiom, there's a setting called Auto Shade. You can pick what blocks and it shades to use with custom. Ooh, is there really? Auto Shade. Oh. Ooh. Do we try this?
Keep it real.
Chicken curry plus fWhip stream is
palette custom. And what do I want to put as the top block? Does it, I'm assuming because this is dark, this is where it's going to go from there. So we want to use basalt. But how do I change the basalt to X? Okay, perfect. And then we're going to go with acacia wood or acacia logs. And then from there, what do we go into? We go into stone. Stone. And then a little tiny bit of andesite. And then we're going light gray wool. And then we're going light gray concrete powder. And then how do I make it only auto shade? Over the purple. You can change the position where it's closing. You can change the position from where it's closing from the sun and the moon. Oh, from player position. Oh. Okay, so I could go like up here. And then... Okay. And then now what do I do? Oh, no! I just goofed it. Automatic. No! Auto shading. Do I have to set this as like a block purple concrete up here? Or do I need to select it all? I'm assuming I need to select it all. Yep. Okay, that's what highlighted it. And how do I make it just do the surface? We're going to give this a shot. Okay, we need to set this up again. Basalt. Bam. Right-click properties. We're going here, and then we'll fix the other ones as we're going throughout. This needs to be acacia log. This needs to be stone. This needs to be andesite. And then we're going to go in. This is going to be light gray wool. This is going to be light gray concrete powder. And then we want to bring basalt down a touch. Acacia comes down a touch. Stone's going to go up a touch. Andesite's going to go very down. Light gray wool is going to go up. And this is going to go very, very far down. We're going to go to like this. I don't know if that adds to 100, but you know. Don't break the game! Oh, I didn't. I'm not in a position. We need to be like up here. Pretty cool, but I think I want to change the ratios. Okay, so we're gonna go up here again, straight up above it, and then we're gonna bring basalt up. We're gonna bring this up. I'm gonna bring stone down. Light gray wool needs to come down a lot. There's a lot of that stuff in there. Let's try this. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, that I think I'd need to come down and just like manually fix some things towards the bottom. Because like I don't want that wool in there. I want the wool only up towards the top. Like that all needs to be changed. Like a lot of this acacia needs to be turned into wood. Yeah, it's a bit too randomized. I like to clump them together more. Is there a way to make it more clumped together? Are you planning on terraform, like landscaping it more? Probably. It definitely needs a little bit more. Like the form that we have over here is definitely better than the form we have over here currently. So maybe we focus on shaping a little bit more currently, and then we can get into doing those. I think I just used a bigger brush when I was designing these, which is okay, but we're just kind of dealing with that now. Yeah, we're just doing some creative planning today, friends. I just was not feeling like working in the survival world right now. I didn't really have an idea of what I wanted to do on stream for it, so I was like, let's just jump and continue planning out this section because I'm excited for it. It's a little oddly mixed. Yeah, a little bit. Hey, Bars, how you doing? Welcome on in. How long do it usually take you to gather materials for early videos like the trading village? How do you know what you need to build it? A lot of the building and everything that I do this type of stuff first. So I have a material list going in. If you're talking about the Dwarven Cave, that villager trading hall, that thing to build it all when I did it the first time, or not the first time, but when I did it early in the series, that thing took me about a week and a half to do the entire thing. I probably put 50 plus hours into building the entire thing. Because that was very early game, because the big point of that was so I could get enchants and everything and get villagers set up and all that. And so that took a long time. It took a very, very long time. But yeah, so that one was a very big project. Most build projects I do, I spend like an entire week on. So it's usually a day IRL of planning, and then usually 5 days in game actually building the thing. Most of the videos that I record, I put about 30 to 40 hours into most of my videos. Recently they've been a lot more, just with like the river dig and all that, just with the time spent in game. Like almost every single one of my videos is at least 100 days in game. Like at bare minimum they're hitting about 100 days. Like I'm almost on day 9,100 already in the world, and I'm still working on episode 85. What are all the blocks in the sky? It's a texture palette that you can generate in Axiom. It just allows you to, so the way it works is that like if you look at it from this way, in the middle you have dark, and to the outside it gets lighter. Or sorry, no. This side is dark, this side is light, and then when you're looking at it from this way, you're generating a color wheel. So you have your purples, and then you move into your reds, and then you move into more of your yellow tones, your greens, and all the way around in your color wheel. So if you're ever trying to figure out a block palette and you don't know what you want to do, but you know you have a starting block of, say, you want to work with like dead coral right here, and you're like, you know what, I want to create a gradient going from dead coral out to red sand. Like what, then you can come here to the dead coral and you look at it and you're like, what options do I have? From our dead bubble coral here, we could maybe work in some of that aged copper, and then we can move into the jungle, and then we're at red sands. We don't really have a whole lot of options there, but maybe if we're going dead coral out to dirt, then we have our dripstone block, we have terracotta, we could even jump out a little bit more to granite and brick, and then we can jump into mud brick, and then you can get to dirt. So like you can use this to help find build palettes. It's really, really fun. It's great for us colorblind guys. yeah, it is. It's really great for us colorblind people. I use it a lot. I use it a ton. If you try auto shade again, maybe if you're closer to it, try from different angle slash sunset shade. Definitely think it's interesting, but needs tweaks. Like the wood come out odd. Yeah, well, the wood will have to turn a lot of the exposed side into acacia wood instead of log. So that is like a known thing that I'd have to deal with. I'm just trying to save materials. I could mask it all as acacia log and then just gather those, but that's gathering an extra 25 or 30% of the acacia wood that I would need. So don't want to do that. But yeah, otherwise it's, the auto shade seems good. I've heard a lot of people say that, like, yeah, it's fine. Now that you had brought it up, I just kind of forgot it existed because so many people I've chatted with or heard talk about it, like heard Germ talk about it on his streams a few times, and usually it turns people being like, why don't you use auto shade? And he's like, here, I did. Look, it's not, I can do it better by hand. So that's kind of the same way that I'm thinking about it, as even if I'm doing just like a few small brushes, and as in like a by hand, only doing like a 3x3 brush or something, I think we can still get a better result than the auto shade. It'll just take more time. Hey, Snap Looping, welcome on in. Also, I missed this one. Nicholas, thank you so much for becoming a member. And London, thank you so much for the dono. Thank you. Enjoy the chicken curry. Enjoy. Yeah, I'm kind of just jumping around working on different points. Are there any like big glaring sections that need love? I'm okay with terrain not being perfect. Like that is, I know a lot of people will like fiddle around and make sure every single block is in the perfect place, like the most perfect place possible for a landscape, and I don't think that's essential. It's a landscape. Rocks are gonna fall and they're gonna end up in weird points. I'm basically trying to avoid things like this where it feels very artificial. So as long as things look from a distance somewhat natural, I'm okay with it. Creative mode turns fWhip worlds into Teletubbies scenery. I mean, you gotta use some blocks that you'll never actually build with when you're modeling things. So purple concrete it is. It's gonna look so crazy good when it's done. Yeah, I'm excited for it. We're gonna have a lot of like mossy cobblestone along this back edge here, and probably a lot of... Ooh, I did want to do pale moss on top, because I tried that over in this little rock right here that I made recently, and just mixed a little bit of it in. And I liked that I was able to put some grass on it. I was kind of thinking about coming back in here in the areas where I put like stone along this edge. Coming back in and doing some more of the pale moss could be kind of good. I think if... Oh, we forgot coal ore in the texture too. I forgot. I was like, there is something going from before logs to... Before we get from the log out to the... whatchamacallit? The stone. I was like, I thought I missed something. But yeah, most of this I'm remembering now that I did by hand, so... That's... I think we can do it fine with some brushes, though. What are you building? We're working on a new landscape that's going to be cliffs surrounding this lake. That's going to be a, like a remnant of an old volcano, like a crater from, like, where a volcano erupted from a long time ago. So the bottom's going to be, like, really cool and volcano-y. Old school volcano-y. So not like magma, but, like, a dried-out volcano. Yeah, moss on rock, exactly. Moss on log was last year. This year is about the moss on rock. Late, how are you doing today? I'm good, Olivia. Welcome on in. I'm good. Just vibing. I wanted a chill stream. So we are doing some creative planning today. I think this whole section here could get turned into some... Let's move those together. So we can add more... I feel like we need to add some more green sections out here. Just like mixed in to the rocks. Because it wouldn't just be like pure rock around here. Like there's going to be spaces where it's... The green overgrows. Unlike in Minecraft and IRLs, the moss and the grass and everything will grow over stones eventually. So
fWhip every 2 weeks. Yeah. So we're starting a new landscaping project.
Hey, you know what? I'm feeling kind of attacked right now, and I don't know. And they look good. Thank you for the bits, Dark Astral. I appreciate it. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I'm just building, man. I'm just building. We're just doing little buildy vibes over here. It's fun. Good times. Great. Good times, great builds. See, I would love to do this before Said with Love. I would love to get this landscape done before day 10,000. I think that could be really cool. I'm not planning the university to build. The university is just going to stay as is up here in just like a giant mess. That'll be like an after day 10,000, I think. I would love to get it done before, but I think with needing to do the nether tree as well, I don't have time for all three of these things. So I'm picking this and the nether tree, and then hopefully another city block and papyrus as extra things that we need to do. Let him landscape. That's what we're here for. Exactly, RK. Yeah. Yeah, the university is going to be sick. It's going to be really, really fun. I like how open it is in the middle. Especially when it's a foliage-themed university, we're going to have a lot of fun building some custom trees and things in there to make it a really cool garden space. Have you seen the game, A Loft game? I was talking with Shelby about it a while ago. She brought it up as something that the group should stream together, and then we had planned to do it, and then we just, timing got away from us, and it didn't happen. But I've heard of it. I haven't checked it out yet, but maybe one day we'll get on and do a little fun stream of it or something. I've got enough games that I'm wasting my time on right now. And by wasting my time, meaning having a ton of fun playing video games that are not Minecraft. I'm almost done with my first long Civ game. I'm almost done. Also, Civ stream maybe tomorrow morning. We do have a family birthday tomorrow that I have to go out for, and it's a little earlier than I thought, so it might be tomorrow or it might be Sunday but I do want to do a Civ stream this weekend again. So if you were here for last weekend's Civ stream, we're going to continue the same game and see where we can take it. Juggler Jedi, welcome on in. No worries about being late. Lovely to have you. Hope you're doing well today. Why no city in the Nether? That's going to come after the tree. We need to make it hospitable first. You know, got to build a tree, and then we'll get a city that's going to go up around it. My goal is to start moving from being in the Nether roof, on the Nether roof, to being in the Nether itself. I've decided that I want to keep farms and things up on the roof, but as far as builds and things go, I would, and like Nether tunnels and whatnot, I would like to actually start moving inward into the Nether. I think there's just so much more fun to be had building in the Nether, and then instead of doing all the Nether roof shenanigans only. So yeah, first we tree. Exactly. Transport and hospitality will be in the Nether. Yeah, exactly. Nether tree and evil twin of the world tree. No, I want to make the Nether tree like a bastion of life. So the Nether tree is going to be made primarily out of stripped pale oak. So it's going to be like this big white tree, and we're going to almost go like Lothlorien vibes with it. In terms of, I want to have, I'm debating right now in the leaf to use. Sorry, appeasable. Somebody already asked. I'm already taken. But I'm debating on the leaf to use. Right now, I'm kind of leaning towards frog lights because I would love to have that glow. So it's almost Lothlorien tree meets Erd tree from Elden Ring. It's kind of like mixing the two together. So I'm thinking of using like ochre frog lights and maybe acacia leaves, but I have a lot of acacia leaves because, you know, we gathered a ton of them to begin with for that tree originally, but I need to do some testing. Or it could honestly just be pale leaves. Like pale leaves is also an option. You can mix the frog light and the pale oak since it's white. It's a white vibe. Yeah. Ochre frog lights and copper grates. That could work. I do have a ton of copper now, so. What if gas does ghastly things to the tree? Don't burn down. Fire tick is off. Yeah, fire tick and Enderman griefing are turned off in this world. That was a thing that I said before in the intro of episode 1 was fire tick and Enderman griefing drive me crazy, so they are turned off. I totally appreciate people who play with them and deal with all that. Like, more power to you, but I am here to make pretty builds, and I don't want to worry about something out of my control blowing them up or murdering them down or whatever it might be. So yeah, that is all that's all disabled. Creeper explosions still on, because if a creeper is exploding, that usually implies I was nearby and I am at fault for letting it explode in some way, shape, or form. So creeper explosions stayed, but yeah, fire tick and Endermen are off. Enderman griefing. Endermen are still here. Okay. Yeah, too fast. Break. Okay. Hey, this is starting to get better. I do like all like the different like sections where it comes back. I think that's really, really fun. Creeper explosions are also a key part of the game. Yeah, I think they're very important to have on. I just realized you could do pale oak and crimson wart blocks to make the tree in Game of Thrones. Like the nether wart block? I don't really... I don't... we're in a crimson forest where I'm building the tree. Like that is, the tree is going to go right down below the hole. So I don't want to add more red to it. When are you going to build a full world map? I probably won't, because we have this to see everything, which also, that's looking nuts. I really like the shape of that. We have all of this, and creating a whole world map is just going to be incredibly laggy. Who did it? Who's the one who did the world map in their end and like created the entire like globe? Was that I feel like I know who it is. Like their name is Kalani. I feel like Kalani did that and then had to take it down because of how much lag it caused in their world. And their world is fractions of the size of mine. Hey Thomas, how we doing? Yeah, Thomas, I've been inspired by the purples. 80s, how we doing? I haven't seen Game of Thrones, but I still want some Halig tree representation. Wumba, he did that. He did do that. Okay, yeah. I thought it was one. It was like Wumba or Kalani. I feel like one of them did it. Yellow glazed terracotta for a Malorn tree. So I need to make sure it's a spawn-proof block, which is why I wanted to go with the light block. Just so that we don't have to deal with mobs spawning up in the leaves. Because that would be pain. This back here is just gonna... I need to fix it up a little. We're still gonna build those structures back here, but I think that's gonna come at a later date when we're actually working on the university itself. Maybe, honestly, I'm thinking university up top is gonna be one section, and then this whole area in here is gonna be another video, because I'm not doing all that and all this in one video. I might be stupid, but I'm not that dumb. By stupid, I mean like to do massive projects. Let's just go here. This is just a little flat coming up, so we can bring this out. Yeah, that'll be fine. We planning to terraform today? Yeah. This is the next landscape. Well, this is the final iteration for now of this region. And for now, I mean, we're definitely going to keep doing more things out here because we have mountains to transform. Duh. We've torn down mountains. We haven't even built up the mountains yet. Duh, we got to do the mountains. I'm going to need so much tuff to do those mountains. I am so not looking forward to how much tuff I'm going to need and deep slate and basalt. Because I just think if you have a cool snowy mountain, like if we were to take up here, let's close the auto shade down. Let's just get rid of this. Actually, go block. Let's go stone. Just for like an example here. How do I clear my selection? Right up here, clear selection. Okay. Just an example. Let's go brush, and we're gonna go with basalt. You see this whole section here? We're masking over stone, and let's just do that. Do you see how much cooler the mountain just looks? Like literally, it just looks colder because you have that darker color. Like if you could get mountains made out of basalt or anything, or like deep slate, they look so much better than when they're made out of stone. So like the plan is for up there is to like I want all of the mountains around here eventually to be like these dark mountains. Do you have any motivation for me? Plant man. Just a little bit of water, a little bit of sunshine, and you'll grow it into be a beautiful giant flower plant, whatever you are. I don't know. I don't know what type of plant you are. I don't know. I don't know what growing motivation you need. You put on some opera music. I heard plants like that. Maybe that'll help inspire you. At least you can make a basalt generate. You can't do that with tough. Yeah, but we can make a tunnel bore. I've always wanted to make a tunnel bore. Also, I do have a basalt farm. It's right. Just kidding. It's not in here. It is in here in the actual world. And who's in charge of that one? I can't remember. I can't remember who took that interior. Who is that? It's not ODST. Who is that one? Anybody on the supporter server know who's taking that interior over? Because I know they were designing a new basalt farm to move that one into the base, to move the basalt farm into the basement to be faster. I can't remember who's doing it, but they were showing me the design for it. Personally, I'm a cactus, a little prickly, but also beautiful. Yeah, fair. Need to do an interior on the server sometime. Yeah. I want people to. I'm gonna put a post out in probably another week or so saying that people should try and get their interiors done. Because I want to try and I think my goal also before day 10,000, I have 900 days left, so like I'm kind of running out of time, but I think I'm gonna get all these interiors done just so we can have something to look at on Big World Tour Day. Can we take houses here? So tier 2 supporters are able to jump onto the supporter server. I've uploaded this entire city on there, and people have been designing interiors for me, and I'm naming them after them, and they're like theming them all after, like they can pick the kind of theme within a category of what it is. And then I'm naming all the shops after them, and then I'm going to build their interior in the actual survival world. So as a kind of a way, because I wanted to do the interiors, but I'm just running out of energy to want to creative plan all the interiors. So this way I could involve a lot of the community in it, turn it into a big fun project, and a lot of people seem really, really excited about it. So, yeah, a lot of people have been working away at them. A big chunk of the city is now interior decorated. So if you have tier 2 and you haven't jumped on the server for a while, you can jump on there, and there's a warp set up at the creative plot world spawn that can take you to the plot, and you can go tour around and see all the awesome interiors people have made. If you need any build inspiration, oh wow, it is. There are some beautiful, beautiful interiors that people have come up with. Do you get motion sickness flying in creative? No, not really. There's also like you can go into mods and go into, where do you do it in here? Like if you have Axiom, you can go into edit. No. Where is it? There's an option in here. Oh, this toolbox, and you can change your flight momentum. So then you can get rid of that, like where if you in normal Minecraft you like have a little bit and then it like stops you. This kind of messes with me a little bit more, so I like to keep my flight momentum on.
Pleased to meet you.
But
Hi, fWhip.
I totally thought that was going to be more. Vex, hi. Thank you so much for the 2 months. I was ready for just the pause and then a message. Nope. Just, hey. Hi, how are we doing? Yeah, unfortunately, it's not a Bedrock server possible right now. I feel like I want to look into doing that. I know Germsy Boy has a new server that he's running, and I think he got the Bedrock thing working on it, and it seemed fairly easy to get it working for Bedrock players to also join. I just don't know how that does with like world edit and whatnot. I'm assuming they just wouldn't have access to it at all, but also could open a whole can of worms for the mod team that I don't want them to have to deal with any more issues than they already do, because they handle a ton, and I don't want to just be like, here's more. Have fun. Will you change your hardcore world to survival on day 10,000? Heck no. Why would I do that? That would make the entire last 10,000 days that I did not worth anything. If I changed all to survival, what the heck did I do it into hardcore this far for? Okay, I feel like I'm pretty ready to start adding in the texture. Maybe we can get rid of a little bit here. No, there are no plans to ever turn this world into a survival world. This is going to stay hardcore for as long as I'm playing on it. I do not want to turn this into survival. No, I find for me that, like, if I were to turn it into survival, like, I guarantee I will lose so much motivation to continue. My entire desire to play in the world, it will just, like, disappear in seconds. If you need any help, folks, just scream at me. Ah! Hi, Thomas. I need assistance. How do I texture this? We also got 1,000 viewers and 500 likes right now, so click the like button, my friends. Helps me out a ton. I happily quit my tech support job to do full-time tech support on the server. Maybe I finally do an intern tonight. There we go. Good job, Liz. And dude, eggs, I'm telling you, I would hire y'all if I had the money to do it. If I had the money to hire the mod team and, like, actually have dedicated people around, I would love to do it. I feel like the only way that would be a chance of that happening is turning it into a public, like a full public server, and having some things that, like, people can purchase, and then, like, being able to have support staff based off of that, based off of the server making revenue. But even at that point, like, that is just, yeah, that's not a I feel like that would kind of ruin a lot of the charm of the current survival world. Public server. No, I just gotta get, like, super insanely popular to the point where we just have, like, 100+ people playing on the server at any given time, and then we could have it. Because that would mean we have, like, thousands of people who could play. If your average player count is 100 online at any time, you have to have, like, multiple thousands of people that would have access. Did you get a tattoo? I did. I got that one, and I got one right here. So I just need to get, like, a few more of those hardcore movie videos. Just, like, if I could just get, like, a few more that would do that number of views, that would be great. Just, like, fund my retirement account, and then we can start having more fun money to mess around with things. Then I'll have Tubbo money to just drop $1 million on a Minecraft server. The entire mod team might quit. Please know it, like the small community we have. Oh, don't worry, there's no plans to do that, y'all. Yeah, I just need to get Tubbo money to be able to drop millions on a failed public server. Because he was able to hire, like, a team of 20-something people, right? Oh my god, how did we never texture any of this? Guess we just never hit any of this with a brush. I probably was like, oh, it's probably just super dark, so I didn't even see it. Yeah, no, I just never noticed it. Are you going to do a 0 to 10,000 days movie? I've thought about doing a cinematic movie, but I don't think I'm going to do, like, an actual gameplay movie. I've thought about basically doing a cinematic movie as, like, a channel trailer type thing of, like, here's what I've done in the last 10,000 days in my Minecraft world. Yeah, I've thought something like that could be cool, but it's also a lot of work for something that I don't think would be super great as far as, like, views and whatnot go. Like, I think some people would enjoy it. It'd be like, oh, wow. But I don't think it'd be, like, a knock it out of the park type video. And it would take knock it out of the park type video hours to get it done correctly. How are the Huskies? They're good. We got a little snow last night, so they're enjoying some fresh snow on the ground. You know, Huskies, that's just they get some white powder on the ground after they wake up in the morning and there's fresh snow on the ground and they're just like, I'm alive. Just a little something There's a little association with something that we won't talk about for family friendliness, but you know, it's the same thing for them.
Real.
fWhip Hardcore, the musical when?
Y'all don't want to hear me sing. You don't want that. You think you want that. You don't want that. I don't want that. No, I'm never. I don't think you'll ever find me singing. Not seriously, at least. Okay, I think this works. My country had snow as well today. It was pretty. Yeah, we got just like a half-inch extra snow last night, but we still have snow outside our house from last week's snow, so it just like added all on top, and so it looked like a lot of snow. But yeah, it's just we have like 2 or 3 inches on the ground still from the last time it snowed. Let's take this here. Just for a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Just a little bit of a mix it up. Maybe a little bit like up here too. Yeah. It's too cold here for snow right now. Oof. Yeah, I woke up this morning, it was 35 Fahrenheit out, and when I woke up yesterday morning, it was 19 Fahrenheit out, so thankfully it is a little bit warmer today. Okay, we need to get our block palette laid out here, just to make sure that we got everything. We are going to go with basalt as our darkest color. We're going to go with acacia logs as our next. We're going to go with coal ore, and then we're going to go with stone. And then we're going to go with a little tiny bit of andesite dusted in around the stone, just for variation's sake. Light gray wool after that. And then we're going to go with light gray concrete powder for our highest highlights. Is the entire palette here. That's what we've been using before. So it kind of looks a little bit like... Of course. Looks a little bit like that. And then when you get far away, it starts to blend very, very, very well. The coal ore is a little much when you're up close, but from far away, like back to here, when you can barely see it, it looks great. We used to have weeks of negative 20 Fahrenheit. Loved it. Oh, that sounds terrible. Can't wait to see this completed. Hey, Inky, welcome in. Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. Why logs instead of wood? Because where it's exposed with the orange side, I'll turn it into wood so it hides it. But 4 logs make 3 wood, so the more that we can throw of this in there, the more resources I can save.
Pleased to meet you.
Haven't joined a stream in so long. I missed my 2-year milestone.
Erica coming in with the 30 months, though, and you can still enjoy the cool purple tree. Look at you. Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And no worries at all. No worries at all. Lovely to have you. Welcome on in. Okay, I need to fix this. This is a little rough. I'm from Jordan following you. Hey, welcome on in. Okay. Do we want to try the sun or the shading thing again? I feel like we could give that, let's give that one more shot. And we're going to go with, we can get rid of you. We're going to go with bam, 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 bam. Oh, geez, I selected the water. I selected the purple in there. I did. Perfect. Okay. So we got that in here. We got pretty much everything selected. Okay, so what were y'all saying I should try for auto shade? We have all this in here. So I need to, can I drag it up? I can. And we need to get our coal ore in. Ooh, that's a lot of coal ore. think I want to bring these up. I want to bring a lot of the darker tones in. Like, I want barely any of this. Ambient occlusion shading. Let's try turning that off, and let's try turning the dither way down. Sun shading from sun angle. Let's try this. That's okay. So now we're getting the blobs. We're getting the blobs we wanted. The sun is not in the right location though. I'm gonna try this again with let's go player position. We're gonna get rid of that. I think getting rid of the, we're gonna bring ourselves up here again because I want it to mostly be like top down shading. Let's try a player position. We'll bring our coal ore down just a touch. Bring these guys down just a touch. Bring our wool back up a touch, and we'll try this. We're getting there. We can like manually come in and fix a few spots as long as like the base of it is pretty good. Maybe we try. Let's try Control Z. We're gonna try this. I've got a better idea here. So we can keep this same sun shading thing that we have. We're gonna clear our selection here, but we're gonna just select. Oh geez. I guess that selects that whole side. Let's go into here, and then we can select our little bit in there. We're gonna just trying to think about how I could do it without. I guess I could go like over here, and then we'll just need to like manually fix underneath there. Let's bring our light gray wool down. We'll bring our stone up a little. We're gonna bring our coal down. We're gonna bring this down. Bring stone up a little bit more. Okay, let's. Ambient occlusion is when the light sources are bouncing off of each, right? Like ambient occlusion is like light source could reflect off of here and move up. So we probably don't want that. What's going on? We're trying to shade some things. Yeah, you know what? I think I want to limit the blocks that I'm using in the auto shading.
Greetings.
Frizia, thank you so much for the 10 gift subs. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so very much. That's really, really kind of you. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, many greetings.
Let's get rid of coal ore. Let's get rid of the concrete powder, and we'll come back and do those by hand. Average starter base of a hardcore YouTuber. Yeah. This is my new starter base that we're working on. I hope you all enjoy it. I'm having I'm just trying something new. I'm trying to really simplify my builds here. I'm really trying to like tone it back a touch. So I'm.
Oh, many greetings.
I hope you all enjoy.
Oh, many greetings.
Many greetings. Okay, I think this is a better starting point, and now we can come in by hand and start to do a little bit more.
Oh, many greetings.
Because I think we could take this as a starting point. Like back here, then we could just bring it down with the basalt and everything. We'll have to just come back in and fix up all these logs. Greetings. Do you feel greeted? I hope you feel greeted. And coming over here and fix this stuff up. Yeah, I think we can work with this now. I think this is something by hand that we can fix. Yeah, let's try clear selection. Perfect starter house in my hardcore ultimate cozy forever world. Yeah, true. In this never before seen mod pack. Need something like the Argonaut alongside the river. A lot of people have said that, but I don't think I want to do it. I'll be honest with y'all. Yeah, we can work on that. We can work with this. We can work with this. Because what we got rid of, right? So I'm gonna bring out acacia wood in here. Because what we got rid of, well, we can come back in and just fix all of these up real quick. And then we still need to come back in with our coal ore and everything. And we need to come back in with the light gray concrete powder. So we're still going to be, we kind of got to do a run over on everything, but it's going to be good. And then like we can come in. It's like this. I want to darken here. I want to make these cliffs look much, much darker. The only bummer is there's no way to easy place the logs in here if they're just like... But then we can come in with our coal ore and surround this and start to dither out that shadow too. Well, what we can do, actually, we can do this with some brushes. Let's grab some brushes here. Auto shade, I'm gonna close you. We're gonna go with our painter brush. We're gonna bring our sphere size down to 3 just for a little guy here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna mask light gray wool, and we're gonna mask that with acacia log for now. And then is that why won't that work? Why are we not? Light gray wool, why are you not there? Why is this not working? Hello? What did I do? Oh, oh, I have the selection made behind me. Right. Okay. So actually what we could do is go mask this, and then we can just be working in this area. And we can kind of work on a little bit of our acacia log right up to here. We can grab our coal ore right in here. Actually, let's go with... we don't need actually to do that. And we can get our basalt. We can then right-click on that to edit the property. Oh, no, it's right here. Perfect. And we can get rid of this so we're not masking there. And then we can do a little woohoo, a little bit in that. Go back to our acacia log. Maybe bring a little bit of that like down through here. And then we'll get stone and do that right there. This can at least like start to get some of our shapes in place. Yeah, I like it. Shapes look like a dog or a fox sitting down. Oh no. Oh no. So this will just give us a little bit more. We can use that to kind of start, excuse me, bat. We can use it to just kind of start guiding things a touch more. That way we're not spending too many hours on this. Once we can get a good rhythm, it'll be a lot easier to get through all of it. Just need to find the rhythm. Is that... I feel like we need to bring that upper... Like, we need to bring a lot of that acacia down from the top. I just noticed you use flashback now. It's better than replay mod. Yeah, flashback is a million times better than replay mod. Nah, replay mod is so incredibly clunky compared to flashback. It's just... Mulberry did an amazing job with flashback compared to replay mod. Like, replay mod's fine. It's okay. It can get the job done. But it is just so clunky. It is incredibly bad to use.
Pleased to meet you.
Time sure is flying in by. Keep up the great work. Smiley face.
Red Flower, thank you so much for the 5 months. Appreciate it. Lovely to have you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's gonna be a lot of acacia log, huh? I'm honestly not loving what we have. I don't know. What do y'all think? Is that working? I feel like it's definitely darker than what we had over here. I also feel like my cliffs like over here stuck out more than they do here, but that's okay. That's not like the end of the world. Maybe I just need to start bringing this guy down a touch more. I think it's just that the acacia comes up really high, and I don't really want it to. Middle seems a bit light. I mean, it is sticking forward. It's supposed to be lighter, yeah. Like that would make sense, right? For if it's sticking forward, that it would be a lighter color. This though, like we could get rid of because this comes back here. I think we just need to get these coal ores in to blur the lines a little bit more. I'm not worried about using too much coal ore. We remember we have 5 shulker boxes of it already, so definitely not worried about overusing coal ore here. But yeah, I think little bits like that are definitely going to help us a lot more. And yeah, this is like, this obviously needs some more work up here. Just I feel like I should have taken andesite out of the mask because I mostly use it just to texture in the stone. I didn't really use it for like part of the shading process. I'd use it like right here maybe. Yeah. I think it's workable. That's definitely helping. The coal ore is definitely going to be really noisy when you're walking up close to it, but from far away it's going to look so good.
Hello, many greetings.
Jinxie, thank you for the 10 gift subs. Holy cow, my dude. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Guess what day it is, guys? Friday.
Hello, many greetings. Hello, many greetings.
Thank you, Jinxie. I always appreciate the support. Thank you so much.
Hello, many greetings. Hello, many greetings.
Thank you, thank you.
Hello, many greetings.
Okay, that's starting to look better in here. We definitely still have more that
Hello,
needs to
many
be
greetings.
fixed. But it's getting there.
Hello, many greetings. Hello, many greetings.
Okay. And then back in here, we can bring in some more basalt probably, because it's getting very, very dark.
Hello, many greetings.
We do, let us clear selection. We're just gonna grab our painter tool and we're gonna get basalt, and then I need to make it go to the Z axis, and then we're just gonna start painting in here. What's on the ground, I'll just come back and fix later by hand. It's fine. Because I want this whole bottom here to be pretty much basalt along the entire thing. I want this to feel like very, very dark back in here. That's okay if it's... Yeah, that's the vibe we're going for. Payday! Hey, thank you, Jinxie. I really appreciate it. Need to get this back. And then we need to change this back to the x-axis. And then that'll probably be there. We can go into the log. A little bit right back in there. Up here we'll deal with a little later. I don't want to deal with that right now. I don't want to do that. That don't like a lot of work. That don't like a little bit of work right there. I don't want to do. Okay, so let's get that. And we can go into coal ore here. We're just gonna kind of get these like, ooh, coal ore. I can just do like a single brush. Yeah. We're basically just like building super quick. It's just like me painting instead of going around and clicking the blocks in. I don't know. A lot of this back here is probably going to be changed to be buildings and things, but we'll just get this done for now. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay, there's that. Ooh, we can get our light gray concrete powder. We can do the same thing up here. Woohoo! And what is that, light gray wool? Start bringing this down a touch more. Yeah, this is how we're texturing today. Now we're texturing. Most of the andesite's probably going to go, and we'll bring it back in later. I can do a little bit of... Just got to make sure we're not putting these anywhere where they're going to fall. I've got the brightness way up right now. Just to make it a little bit easier for us to see. So what it actually is going to be looking like would be this. Yeah, that's getting better. I like that. That's definitely something better. The build is crazy. It's going to be cool when we can get it in. You could call it pixel art, actually. I mean, is that not Minecraft building? Pretty sure Minecraft building is just pixel art. And then I just want to get a few little guys are up here. Yeah, I'd very much argue that any form of Minecraft building is just a different pixel art. You're just working on a different scale. Use pale oak instead of acacia. Yeah.
Pleased to meet you.
It's too dark. I like that warmer color that we get out of it. I mean, you could use it for sure, but also that sounds terrible to gather. I mean, acacia log's not much better to gather, but the reason why I want to stick with acacia is because I've already used it over here for this entire section leading up to here. If we were to randomly swap in a pale oak, I'd have to redo that entire section. I don't want to do that. MTS, thanks so much for the prime. Low poly 3D art or voxel 3D art? Yeah, definitely more voxel art, yeah. We can definitely need to clean this area up here. It's actually nice that a lot of this came in pretty well. And then we want to get our light gray wool. Start bringing this along the top here. Bring our size down to 0. Yeah. Just gonna go in by hand. We're definitely going to be redoing a lot of what was placed in, so I don't know if the auto texturing, auto shading was worth, but at least got us somewhere to start. Did get us somewhere. Get in there. If you had to name your building style, what would it be called? Ooh, I don't know. Some form of like rustic medieval, I think. I don't know. Something along those lines. Maybe a fWhip emote of waving / hello one. Yeah, there's some emotes that are in the works right now that are just taking a little bit longer to get done than expected, but I do have a lot of animated emotes on their way. So soon we will have fWhip core, yeah. fWhiptorian architecture, exactly, yeah. But we'll have some new emotes coming in here soon, don't worry. Show you. I had just put these in here, hadn't I? That's okay. We'll just redo it. And get a little bit of noise in. Ah. I spy a massive unintentional mob farm. What if I said it was very intentional? Huh? What then? But yes, it's gonna be a massive. Massive! You know what else is massive? The amount of times that meme is overused. What? No. He said it, he said it. Please, please, you can't stop tempting me. What am I doing up here? I don't know. I'm just spamming. Spam. We're probably gonna have some wonky spots that we'll miss as we're going through, but that just adds character or something. I will try and double check to make sure that we get all of our orange spots taken care of, though. locked in, just in the zone. You know how it goes sometimes. You get in builder zone and you're like, whoo, look at this, an entire build, it's done. Love that right now. That'd be great. Just whoop, and it's done. All right, that's looking a lot better up there. It definitely had too much light gray wool going on with it, so it's nice to get a little bit more texture in here. The coal ore is coming in clutch. Ah, dang it. Eee. Well, we should probably start chopping acacia trees on a stream sometime soon. Because, boy, oh boy. We're gonna be needing a lot of them. The basalt will be easy. Like, we just sit at the farm for a few minutes and we'll have all of it, but... Okay. Then we just get this little bit in here, and that's... I want to bring this coal down a little bit more. Cool, I think that's the upper section. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, that's going to be cool up there. We could light in through here a little bit, just to give a little bit more. So it's less... Let's bring ourselves down here just a touch, just to give it some more depth to it. So it wasn't just like such a circular like blob going across. Yeah, that helps. Smell deforestation in the near future. Yeah. I've got an area where I chopped down acacia trees already, so we'll probably just jump into there and just go to town. Because it's pretty easy to do that in that spot. So we'll just do that for a bit. Yeah, okay, that helps. That's looking good. It's looking good. This we need to get rid of. Yeah.
Pleased to meet you.
Oh,
On
Pixels.
13 months, a woof whip, heart whip, cool.
Thank you so much for the 13 months at tier 2. I really do appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The river project was secretly to gather shulkers of coal ore. Yeah, it's true. Not very secret. This we'll deal with later. I want to focus on the cliffs for now. I feel like I'm in a good flow with how I want the cliffs to look, so come back to those. Like this here, we don't want that to be like so obvious. Come through and get all of these. I'll turn the brightness up just so it's easier to see. I think if we can finish this whole project though. Oh, we missed a whole section of logs over here. Like this entire thing is just gonna be so cool. Okay, so we got him over to there. And we're back to here moving over. Yeah, that works a little bit in there. And then we can move like a little coal ore spot in there, a little stone. Give it like a little light patch of sorts. How are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Just in a mood to hang and play some blocks in, so sounds like a good Friday to me. Don't forget to like the stream. Yeah, we got 1,100 people. We're almost at 800 likes. I believe we get to 1,000. Have you ever built a black market? Not in this world, no. Let's just get all these converted.
Pleased to meet you.
Whip heart.
There has to be a way to mask this, isn't there? Y'all think we can figure out a mask for this that doesn't take everything? Let's see if we can do it. Okay, so I'm thinking we want an and mask. Get rid of that. We want our block to be acacia log, and we want to be above air. Let's see. No. Oh, do I have a selection? I must have a selection somewhere, don't I? Do I? I don't know. What happened to my selection box thingy? My tool. Confirm. Where'd I put that other box? My window! All editor? No. What is that? Astrocat, thank you for the bit. I appreciate it. Restarted my hardcore season 3 last night to take notes for my hopefully upcoming world. Seeing the blank space of path is wild. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Also, Kawasaki Matt, thank you so much for the 2 months, my dude. I appreciate that. Thank you. University, I'm still in college. Blocky, what? Where? What happened to my little window thing of... Even this isn't working. If I hit enter? Oh, what did I paint? I don't know. I painted something though. Let's just turn this back to let's go with concrete. We're gonna go with black concrete just so we can know what we're actually hitting. What the heck did I do with that window? Not the blueprint browser. Where the heck did it go? I thought I moved it over here. I think I might have actually got rid of it. Anybody know how to bring that back? There's like the clear selection, because like if I go here, we enter, no, and see it's not coming up. What did I do? Can you shrink the size of the jut out tower? That tower? No, I love how big that tower is. I love the fantasy aspect of it. I think it's really cool. You ate it? Why'd you eat it? I need that. Huh, what the heck did I do? Hello? enter, confirm that like created the region. Up on the bar, select. Yeah, it doesn't say we have anything selected, but my magic tool isn't. Oh, it's because my. Oh, okay. So that was the mask was stopping that from working. Okay, so like if I get rid of that and then I just go paint, that'll get all of it. Okay, so we need to do block is that. You think and above an air block would be that, right? 'Cause like that's above an air block. Checks if any block touching the target position matches. What the? And see sky. No. Checks if the position is on the surface. Is there no way of doing this? Maybe there's not. Maybe I'm trying to overcomplicate it. So what I want to do is this. Is just be able to select just the ones showing there. Does the block need to be the wood version? Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is create a brush that'll allow me to just select these ones with the exposed side. So just the ones on the bottom, because I don't want it to all be wood, but I just want the edge ones to be wood so that I can save the resource count. Above equal air. Oh, do I need block below? Oh, air. I was thinking the... Ah, you're right. Thank you. Okay, so if we do that, and now we make our acacia wood. Y'all are MVP. Thank you. And then we can go in here, and we can just make the mask absolutely massive. No, don't do it, chat. Yeah. Cool. Okay, that helped a lot. Thank you. And then we also want to go, because we have a few exposed ones over here. We also want to, then we do want to do that above air here, because that's going to catch a few over on this side. It might be a few extras, but like that wasn't needed. Okay, cool. That saved. Saved a decent amount of time. Massive like my student debt. Oh, true. Okay. You know what? I think in the future, I'm probably not going to use auto shade. I don't know how much time it actually saved us. It was a good attempt. I definitely want to start like practicing more with Axiom and exploring the new tools. But I think in auto shade's current form, it is not something that actually benefited me here at all. And that's okay. It has its intentions and it has its purposes, and what I was using it for is not its intended purpose, probably. I was probably asking it to do something much more complicated than it's able to do. That's okay. We learned. You take inspiration from the lecture building in Bloodborne. You know, I've never played Bloodborne. But, I'll keep that in mind. Don't own a PlayStation. I would have played it if it came on PC, but, you know. PlayStation hates being inclusive to other gamers.
Pleased to meet you.
Perfect timing. Was just about to try shading my own cliffs with Axiom in my creative test world.
Yeah, there you go. Don't use auto shade. But if you figure out something better, let me know. Maximus Bulldozer, thank you for the 23 months. Appreciate it. How dare Sony? How dare they? I know. What the heck? Gotta let people enjoy the games. There's definitely, like, we could... I think we're a little too far sunk now, but what we could have done is use the gradient painter brush over purple and just, like, slowly work it down, but we're a little too sunk on that. But now that we have this guy saved here, that's going to help a lot, because what we can do is we can start coming back in with here, and we can go with like our acacia logs and just like start texturing in a few little areas, like back in here, to start getting a little bit of the stone sorted. And we can do like a little coal around it. So we can start kind of working in some bigger brush strokes right now, and then we'll come back in and fine detail. And so I can at least like get a little bit of this stuff sorted a bit better than it was. Instead of that. No, I don't like that. So, we'll make some progress here. Nope, that's the wrong way.
Pleased to meet you.
Just put
Will
this
the real
up here.
slim shading please stand up? Kappa 2 months on Valentine's Day is a sign, right? Right?
True, true. Thank you. Thank you very much for the 2 months. I appreciate it. I have absolutely no idea how to say your name. C7. We're going to go with that. Thank you. I appreciate it. You lost me, man. You lost me, friend. Oh, okay. Let's go here. We're going to bring in a little bit of the cha-cha smoothly right in here. And also right in here. And then we're going to go with a little whoop. And a little whoop. And we'll go with a little whoop. A little whoop. Those are prime building sounds. You're welcome. Little whoop, whoop, swoop. I guess we can get kind of down in this spot. Little tiny bit of basalt right in there. Just a little for the little heart in the depths. Yeah, so the plan right now is we're going to just be coming through and getting some better color blocking in than what we had on the shading tool, because it put too much light gray wool in too many spots that it needs work. I have a question. What's your question? I'll be honest, if you have a question, please just ask the question, because sometimes chat moves so fast, so sometimes I'll be like, yeah, sure, what's your question? And then I won't catch your next question just because so many other people are saying things. So please, if you got a question, just go ahead and ask it right away. Don't be like, hey, can I ask a question? Because then the chances I will most likely miss your second message. Try my best, but, you know, happens. Yoop. No, Liz, no questions for you. And definitely none from Heroic Pixels. No, absolutely none allowed. I was wondering how to convert my world from different because I'm doing a world that's going to 0.1 all the way till now. You just log into the more recent Minecraft and click play. That's all you gotta do. Make sure you only go one at a time though. Just update to the new version that you're moving to, and then you just go. You don't need to do anything fancy. Minecraft does a good job of updating and preserving old stuff, so you just need to click go and you're good. Like, how did light gray wool get all the way down in there? Like, how does that happen? You know what? I'm gonna make a little. Let's do a or statement here. We're gonna go and get all of our blocks in so that I'm not masking any green anymore. Well, we actually need stone. Let's go with acacia, log, block, coal, ore, basalt, light, gray, bam, bam, bam. Is that everything? And the andesite. Okay. Andesite. Okay. Now we shouldn't be. Oh, and then I'm also gonna do. No, that purple concrete I need to go in there and manually do. Because it's a hidden. Favorite custom tree in the hardcore world? There's this new massive one right over there that I designed recently that is by far my favorite. Oh, hello. Okay, so in here, salt. And then we're going to go into our acacia log. Do a little bit kind of down there, a little bit right there. I love Minecraft and I'm a fairly decent builder. I can't stand the only creative experience, so I try to play survival and I run out of ideas very quickly. I find myself in a limbo where I just keep starting new worlds and I quit when I finish my starter house. Did you watch the video that I put out yesterday? That might help you out, friend. What if we start using a different type of brush? Oh, no, hello. Do like a little like, no. That's the same thing. Texture and lines. Make it all streaky. No, we're not going streaking, chat. I wish there was a way to make like a brush that's like half this size. The radius of one that they have in Axiom is just like slightly too large. I wish there was one that was like half the size of it. I want to be able to do like a 2x2 square. I guess I could probably make that out of the, you know, if we make the cube tool. No, see, then it's 1. And then if I go to 0, then it goes to a single block. Like I don't want to be texturing in a 3x3. I want to texture in a 2x2. Is there a way to texture in a 2x2? I guess this kind of works. This is probably our closest that we're going to get, the octahedron. Yeah, okay, that works a little bit better. We'll do little plus shapes. Your video has me thinking about messing around with a bunch of autocrafters. Please send help. Future me is not going to like brainstorming me. But we're all going to like brainstorming you because we get to see the chaos that ensues as you deal with all of that. Hee hee. You just think about how great of a video are you going to make for the rest of the mod team to watch and go for. And Eggs can tell you how you could have condensed all of that to be like 2% the size of what you actually made. Doesn't that sound wonderful? I think that sounds like a grand old time. Yeah, I like this a lot more. I like this brush. This is a much better brush size for me. Boop. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do a little stone around it. Bring it back in. Boop, boop. Yeah, this is now we're cooking. All right, and then let's go a little bit more coal right in there, and then we'll turn the rest of this to that and that, and we'll keep that little highlight right in there and give it like a super little highlight. Boop. How we like it. Yeah, okay, that's looking a lot better now. That's looking much, much better. Will you add glow lichen for extra texture? Probably not, no. I guess I can check off fWhip Bully's mods now. I have been the nicest person ever today. Just kidding. I don't know. Maybe I did something. Maybe I made it. He loved hee. One sec. I'm closing my window. It's cold in here. Actually, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. One sec. Okay. Go back. Hello. How are we doing? I mean, if you can't enjoy the chair stream, then, you know, I don't know how to help you. I'll leave you with good vibe music and a beautiful build to stare at. Okay. We're back into the textures. Let's get out a cha-cha. Throw it in here. Or do a little coal like right along the edge of it. Ooh, yeah, I'm liking this now. Ooh, yeah. A little andesite up here, maybe. Bam. Doesn't need to be the full. I think the andesite, unfortunately, is going to be kind of the pain part. But we should have we should, especially with like digging out this space, have enough andesite. But you never know. Can't do that. That'd be flirting. We don't want to have any floating blocks. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit in here. We're just gonna add some like artificial shadows to this, just to give it some extra texture. A little bit along there maybe. And we'll do a little bit like a coal. Cool. I'm putting my sweatshirt on. I'm still so cold. I have my window like cracked open because normally my office gets so hot when I'm streaming, and now I'm just like, woohoo! It's getting me. Of course, Heroic Pixel showing up when they heard flirting. Here we go. Okay. Are you planning on any new SMPs? Nothing in like exact near future, but there's talks of things happening right now, but nothing to share. When we have something decided and we have something coming out, y'all will get the scoop. Don't worry. Yeah, this is definitely much faster than what we were doing. Nope. Ah. To that. Progress. We gotta definitely. I'm just kind of jumping around right now. I really should go back and make sure that we've got everything. We're just kind of like moving along, but it's okay. This is, you all ask how I do work things when I'm doing builds and whatnot. This is pretty much it. I'm gonna jump over here. Especially when I'm texturing, I jump around so much. I really do not like working like left to right or around in a loop or something. Like I'm a very sporadic Minecraft texturer, you know. Let's get some stone back there. We'll break that up a little bit. Maybe this comes up. Especially now that we have a better brush for it. I'm like, maybe I do need to come back in here and touch things up a little bit more. We can take some stone and do a little bit like that. Maybe a little stone in the middle of this. We definitely have stone. So like, that's something we want to prioritize using more of. Not at the sake of making a bad build, but for the sake of like resources. Sometimes there's difference between 5% stone versus 10% stone. Doesn't really change the build that much. So it's okay to use a little bit more stone. But maybe like right in there we'll have that. But like this is such a straight line that I think I'm just gonna bring this stone all the way up, and then we'll bring in a little andesite for like a little texture, and then maybe we'll top it with some stone. But like over in here, this is just pure stone, so let's do a little bap, bap, bap. Cool. Yeah. Okay. I think that means most of this, like around to there, I'm pretty happy with. Like, we still need to do that rock. Maybe I do that before I just forget about it. Oh, we're painting the ground underneath. No, just be careful. We'll come back in and fix it. Whatever's underwater isn't gonna get brought into the world anyways. That's okay. Just fix it like that. Never mind. No problem here. These are going to be some really, really brighter colored rocks compared to what we normally have. We're going to bring a lot of mossy cobblestone in here too when we get into like doing some hand texturing. But I think it's going to be kind of... I think it's going to be fun to have this here using a lot of like the gray wool, light gray wool and everything instead of just going for the old school classic stones. Yeah. Let's do a quick once over of let's drop this here, and then we're gonna do this block, and we're gonna change to acacia wood, and I'm just gonna do a quick, ooh, a pyramid. Hee hee. And then we're gonna change our, well, actually we could do an and with an or statement in it of below or above, and then we only need one brush. Perfect. It'll mean some extra wood, but who cares? What blocks did you use for the darker areas? Our entire palette that we're using here is this currently. So you can look at all those. Hey Jay, welcome on in. What's going on the right side? Over here, this is our mask selection that we have. Okay, let's get into our stones again, and we can start getting a lot of these things out of here. We just need to remove a lot of the light gray wool from this side for now. Maybe we have a little tiny bit right here. Just like a little touch of it. But for the most part, it's just like really, really obtrusive. Oh, this whole spot needs some love. A lot of basalt down in here. Start with this. Definitely getting rid of all that light gray wool. Definitely all the way over through here. Let's change this to Z-axis and bring that in through here. And we'll also paint over the basalt that was already up in this spot, just to get rid of it. And then in here, we need to do a little coal ore around it. Bring the acacia in just a touch, maybe. And also, we need to add to our mask, our ore mask here. We need to, since we just did it, we need to add acacia wood. that was noticed a few in there that were not getting caught. Good old Stardew Valley music. Oh, I gotta go finish my farm still, dude. I haven't done that yet. I've been slacking. I'm sorry. I never finished the perfection farm. I failed you all. Let's bring a little darker shading right in there. Definitely some more darker shading back in here. Maybe bring that out a little bit more so it's just a little bit more grand. Trying to add some more forced perspective into all of it. Do a little bam, bam, bam. Oop. And then in here, let's do just a little tiny bit, like just back in that corner. A little bit like here. Yeah, I like this little tiny brush a lot. This thing is awesome. Then we're gonna go in here just to have some harsh contrast and give ourselves, like, make it artificially look like this rock comes out more than it does. We're gonna be bringing in a little bit of our light gray. And then we're gonna go with, bring this light gray wool down a little bit more. I want that one, yeah. Maybe even just like a little tiny touch right here. And then I want to get rid of it along the bottom. Do a little andesite, a little coal coming down through here. Another little touch of andesite. Get a little tiny bit of this in there. Bring out a little coal above it. And then andesite can kind of be below it just to give that a little bit more texture. And back in here, I'm thinking we just bring a lot of this into being stone. I'm thinking a lot of this is like going to turn into like mossy cobblestone when it comes down here. We'll just throw that in after the fact. A little bit right there. We'll highlight in there. Maybe this, I don't know. It's a lot of coal, thankfully. Dude, I almost have 6 shulker boxes full of coal ore now. We are fine on coal ore. It's like not even remotely a worry right now. All right, we're gonna do that. Maybe this has a little tiny bit of acacia here, and then we'll try and be really, oh, yeah, maybe just something like that. That andesite line that we built into it is just kind of wonk. From the texturing scheme, that really kind of goofed. Good thing I'm only masking the surface. I didn't really check for that yet. Hee, that would have been bad. Okay, so we're gonna bring in a bunch of our acacia in here. I try to not use too much basalt. Like, the basalt I know looks really great, but I think it only really pulls itself off in the really dark shadowed areas. So I think if we bring it forward too much, we kind of lose the emphasis that it gives in those darker areas where I really want it to be like super dark. I think if we only keep the basalt in there, it really benefits us a lot. Whereas if we bring it like everywhere, it's gonna kind of start to not have as big of an impact. So that's kind of my whole reasoning for why I'm mostly just using acacia. Then we can bring our wool in a little bit more up here. Really just get rid of that line of andesite we have. Maybe bring a little bit more andesite below it. Wool powder. Like this whole rock right here is just just purely got the light gray wool. Oh, a little tiny bit of andesite off to the side. That's funny. Yeah, I'll just do something like that. What was carved out the cliffs like that? Like what elements of the world? Ignore my logic, Brandon. It looks cool. The middle of this, once we dig down the middle of the lake, we're gonna have like remnants of an old volcano in there. So that this is like an eruption that caused like the terrain to like explode around it. Have you added pale oak to the mix? We tried it and it looks good, but the problem is I didn't use it anywhere over there, so I don't want to introduce it here, which in what is something is basically, it's a continuation of that. So my palette's already kind of locked in. If I had done it from a fresh get-go, I would be incorporating it, but this just is an existing project instead of a brand new fresh one. So y'all are definitely right. Pale oak would work, but I just don't want to have to go back and redo the original space. Daniel, thank you so much for the donut. I appreciate it, my dude. Actually, I wanted that to be a little cool. Yeah. Thoughts? Thoughts as we go into the shrine viewpoint for region? Thoughts? Remnants of volcano. It'll be down at the bottom of the lake, so like very ancient volcano, like not active at all, like no magma, no nothing, like just purely basalt down there is going to be like what is left over of the volcano. Just like some big basalt cracks down at the bottom. OMG, I have a sub. Yeah, I think you got gifted one a little while ago. I like this. I think this is working. It's kind of really like ball-y over here. Like a lot of little like balls, but I'm not opposed to it. That needs to be fixed though. Benny, Benny, burner, 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 burner. Fixed it. Don't worry, fixed it. Got it. We're good. No, I want mossy cobblestone. Good thing we have a super light gray wool farm. Holy heck, I'm gonna need so much. Oh god. Oh, I had also talked about using pale moss up here, but for now we'll just do this. This has been on my mind. Why don't you use TNT to speed up blasting out the river? I just don't want to. It's the summary of it. But the short answer is I don't want to. Long answer is I find that the process of actually digging out regions gives a much bigger impact for me on actually enjoying the game and being like, yeah, heck yeah, I did that thing. It gives a lot of that like personal satisfaction for it. Whereas if I just blow it up with TNT, then I kind of just like, okay, well now I have to clean up the mess that the extra TNT blew up over what I needed, blah, blah, blah. And so I actually find that if I'm using TNT, a lot of the times, I don't know. It depends on the project, because I've used it in the Nether in the end. But for the most part, if I'm digging something in the overworld, I will be doing it by hand, because I think for me and how I play the game and how I get a lot of enjoyment out of the game, it's an important factor, is just actually doing it, I guess. So it's it's just a kind of a rule I've set for myself of I like to actually do things, and I like to be able to see all the stats and everything and being like, yeah, I've mined 2.7 million blocks with my pickaxe in this world. Like that's kind of fun, especially being able to look at back and like when we hit big day milestones and everything. Like that's just a really good time to be able to go back and be like, all right, since in the last 1,000 days, like what stat has changed the most? Like how have we done in since then? Like what I've been doing, and can I see that in the stats? Has anything gotten off to being like taken over or something? You're basically building a mountain, pretty much, yeah. What do you use to play in your builds? This is we're using a mod here called Axiom. It's very, very good. Also 50 likes away from 1,000 like-arinos, so we're gonna have a lot of extra stuff on the inside here. You can see like all the inside got textured because it's hollow back there. So unfortunately, our resource list is not gonna be the most accurate, but that might serve to our benefit if I can say, haha, I ain't gathering all that. Yeah, I'm thinking more stuff like that along the entire space will be very cool. Like you can kind of see the difference that made. We can come back through here and add in a little pale. The pale moss is basically going to be something that we can put like little tiny bits of grass on when we get around to doing that. It'll kind of give a little bit of darker like texture to the top too, which is fun. We still got to figure out the green wool. Once we turn that into grass, I think I'm going to try just grass for the green wool, like grass blocks. And then if we need moss anywhere, we can add that in. But I think just grass blocks will be fine. Lava monster below. I don't want to put like a giant cave for a monster down there, and not really my vibe. But like, yeah, this entire thing in here just... I was also thinking almost like, you know, in fish hatcheries have those like big pools where they like are holding all the fish in. I was thinking we could make like versions of those down here in front of that like bulwark area that are for the students, like, because people talked about having water plants as part of it being a very important part of our plant university that we haven't included yet. So I was thinking we could go with the water plant idea and give them like pens in here, and then we'll have a little dock so that they can kind of putz around the lake, and downtime for the students can be like, yeah, I want to go out on the lake today. It's the weekend, let's go on the lake. We can get a canoe and go row around the lake, because the bridge right there is stopping any big boats from getting up here, so. Is there a particular inspiration for this area? Nothing that's I'm like, yep, this is inspired based off of this region, but like it's definitely like a little Elden Ring vibe. It's a little I've just always wanted to make a massive university. And honestly, a little bit of the university I originally had the idea for like how I wanted to position as being like this big central thing from playing one of the Pokemon games that came out a few years ago. So like I'm a little all over the place on this one. Anyway, really hate the edge of this rubber. Oh, did we ever go back around and fix up all the acacia? I don't think we did, right? Go with that. Bring that guy back in. Bam, bam. Yeah, we did not. Okay. Oh, I just did it on my block palette that I had over there. Okay, cool. And now that we don't have the purple in here and we can actually see the like the water coming down, that does look a lot better having that blue in there. Oh, speaking of which, I see some purple. We missed a rock. Hello, rock. Get in there. Hello, first time chatting. Welcome on in. Some purple behind the bridge. Oh, there is purple behind the bridge. Purple. I guess I never added purple concrete in here. I think I looked into it and then I just didn't do it. We'll just leave it as stone for now. Oh, I want to come and do this area by hand a little bit more up here, but oh, I did erase the coal in there. I think the coal just makes it a little bit darker. Yeah, fun. Cool. Purple? No, we're getting rid of the purple. Sorry. Your worst nightmare. Removing the purple. The terraforming looks great. I've been learning how to use Lightmatica. Could you tell me how move your schematic to layers like you do with your trees? You want to hold M and hit your page up and page down. And it'll change the type that you're on, I think. Yeah, so page down will change to here. And then you want to go to all below. And then you need to set a hotkey for moving the layers that you're on up and down. The top of these rocks wouldn't be the most bright and shiny just because stuff, will be growing and dirt will get kicked up. So we wanted the back sides of them. I like to make a little bit darker, which we're kind of doing here. You know what though? Let's try this. Let's try painter. We're going to go with a gradient and we're gonna bring in pale moss, we're gonna bring in mossy cobblestone, and we're gonna bring in stone, and we're just gonna have the tiniest little bit right in here. Is that working? No, that's way too that'll work. Okay, we're just going speed mode. Doesn't need to be perfect. We can fuss over the details of this landscape for weeks and I will just never build it. So sometimes we just need to say, you know what, this is good enough for now. I like this. I'm happy with this. This is what I want to build. Oh, that's already been built. All of there has already been built. that's a little too straight of a line. Ooh, yeah, a little darkness, like right under there, underneath that wall. That's gonna be cool. Yeah. Definitely need to get up here. What do you think the most underutilized block is in the game? I don't know. I don't really think of most versus underutilized blocks. I think a lot of builders get really caught into seeing a name of a block and saying that's what it has to be used for. Like they see dirt and they're like, this is dirt. It's only ever dirt. Whereas if you look at the texture of it, it's actually just a really messy brown block. So you can kind of start moving. I would say like the biggest skill to learn as a builder is how to move away from thinking about blocks in terms of what they say they are versus what color they are. Like that's very much where Minecraft building, I think, has moved in the recent time for like a lot of the top level builders, is that you're using blocks as if it's a paint color. You're not using blocks as if they're whatever block they say they are, you know? Like spruce is just a brown. Like, so. I don't know what would be like most versus least utilized if you're thinking about it in that realm. We never did these blocks down here. Right in there. That's fine. And this is going to just come down here too. I think that's fine. Mangrove roots, as in like the muddy mangrove root. I mean, we'll definitely be using some of that when we get into like the texturing along the riverside and all that. We can add a little bit of coal along the bottom. Oop. And we'll do our little hee-hee. Little sneaky. Okay, I'm liking this. I'm liking it. Not glow liking, just I like it. Also, thank you for 1,000 likes. I appreciate it, friends. I don't know what I want to do bringing around this corner quite yet. So we're just gonna kind of bring it as if it goes to here. I'm not sure how I want it. I flattened this area out, and I want to keep this little like goalie type thing coming in here. We might, I will probably hide that, but then like extend this. And this used to be a mountain, right? So we could, I don't know. Well, maybe look like it used like an old erosion channel, like through there, down and into there. So like when it rains, like the water runs off, but we'll make it look like it's dry, but maybe like a lot of dirt, so not much grass is growing on it because rains come through the area. But I don't know. I don't know. That's a future me problem. I do like that coming in. I really, really like the look of that. I'm really, really enjoying that. Yeah, we have fire tick off in this world. Keep the green wool as in. It looks like turf. Yeah, but then I can't put any grass on it, so we're not keeping it. We are absolutely not keeping it because then I can't put any grass and it'll just look flat instead of lush and overgrown and just beautiful. Like, the idea is that this type of a river edge thing, almost, probably a little bit less on the leaves, but this like density along all of it would be so cool. I use Lightmatica to bring this large scale projects into the world. If it's just small things, I usually just like make a reference where I just wing it, but these are going to be their like water plant research areas. They'll have some like wooden things that come off around them. I mean, worried there for a sec. Yeah, no, fire tech is one of those things. I mean, weather doesn't happen in this world anyways, so doesn't even matter if there's no chance of a lightning storm. For those who don't know, that what I'm talking about there is actually is that I was playing in one of the pre-releases a while ago, and since then it just has like I updated to the 1.20 pre-release or the 1.21 pre-release just like a few days early, just because I wanted to start recording. I think it was 1.20 because we have not had rain or a thunderstorm or snow. There's been no weather in this world for over a year. Like IRL year of playing. Near 4,000 days in game. There has not been any rain. Does pretty much everyone play on Fabric? Yeah, Fabric is... If you like to play vanilla, Fabric is the way to go. If you like to play heavily modded, Fabric still is good, but Forge usually has better, like really heavy mods. But if you want like a vanilla plus experience, Fabric is better. Would you snowproof your tough mountain if you had weather? As in put string everywhere? No. I did string a lot of the top of the tree because we used to get weather, and so like there's snow layers here everywhere. So a lot of the old tree, you can see there's string on top of all of it, and that took hours. Hours to get it all. God, that's gonna look so good. Oh, it's gonna look so freaking good. Oh, that's gonna be so cool. Woo. Do you know how to fix the weather bug? I do, but it requires me enabling cheats. And that is a no-go for being a legitimate hardcore Minecraft series. So. But yes, I could fix it. I've tested it by like this. I made a copy like I did in this world and tested it. So, yeah. Part of me was like, maybe I turn on a live stream and like we do it all on stream so like everybody can see exactly what's being done. But then I'm like, even then at that point, that's still, I already get enough people saying that I cheat and don't do anything legit or don't do it all legit or blah blah blah. And so the idea of actually like going through and opening up the cheats to do all that is just, I just don't want to. So yeah, that's the big reason why, is that I don't want to lose the legitimacy of this world. Purple under the bridge. Did I miss more of it? That's blue. Did I miss more of it? Oh, dude, we got it. We got it.
Keep it real.
A little something like that, though. Jordan, thank you so much for the donut, my dude. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Missed it twice, the lower bridge. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Do we want to add a little like mud to the edge here on this section? Probably, yeah. Like just a little teeny tiny bit of. We're gonna add a few of these guys in. Yeah. That'll work. Just gives it a little bit more form. And then we can do that same up here. We missed log because it had water above. There's water here. Water, water. There's water here. Hollow block. You leave. Did I fly over another piece of purple? Am I still missing a purple block? I am colorblind, so you know, you gotta give me the benefit of the doubt. He'll find it. Dude, where the heck is it? What do you mean I'm missing a purple block? Upper bridge, third arch. Oh my god. I am colorblind. That's so funny. Oh my god. How many times have I flown through there? I thought that was water, man. That's so good. Oh god. Now y'all know that I really am. I'm not joking about that. And then all that is just going to be stone coming through. We'll texture up the bottom of it with something, but I like the stone for now. And then up here, I'm not even going to touch. Thought you were just being cheeky. No, I totally was missing that. I didn't see it at all. That would have been a good bit, though, if I'm like, where is it? I don't know. No, I actually just could not see it. All right. Righto. Let's go into here. I think I'm gonna... Nah, I can make that again if I need it. Block. I was thinking if I was gonna make a preset, but I don't want to. We're gonna get rid of you. We're gonna go with mud. And we're masking green wool here. And we're just gonna start. Yeah, it's fine. We're gonna give ourselves a little bit of a lip going around. I kind of like the idea that this here, just to break up the gross shape that we have, just because, or not gross, just like, very man-made looking shape. We'll bring this in. Getting rid of a few of the roots. There's too many in here. Okay, and then we'll just do this here too. Choosing purple next to the water was not probably the best idea. I didn't know I was gonna do purple there. Can I move this up and get more of that? I don't know. Yeah, that works. Should have done it that way. Oh well. Cool. The lake we will figure out in survival. I am not going to be doing that here. Okay, now that we got the green wool mask in here ready to go, and we just did the river edge, now we can go into active block, and we're going to get grass. And we're just going to make a massive radius on a sphere. Now we can just paint all of this in and see what mess of a biome issue we're going to get. So I'm going to try and get it all at once. Okay, I'm actually enjoying that biome coloring. Missed this. I think that biome coloring actually works kind of well. Yeah, it's like a little faint. Well, normally I do landscapes out of like a red or an orange, but I also do my buildings out of that. I don't typically like do a landscape and a building designing at the exact same time. So then I also had to be careful about what ones I'm using here for building. So purple was an option I had not done yet. And I don't like to use gray for it because then it messes my brain when I come back into texture. So I purposely want to get rid of the gray. I want it to be something very obviously not gray. Hence, purple. That looks fantastic. You got to remember that right about here, we're going to have more school buildings. They're going to be filling in this dark void because that's where it's going to be the like mushroom and glow lichen and fungi part of the school. The ship mast peeking out. Oh yeah, true. I didn't even notice that. That's the one I haven't built in the world yet, I think. Yeah, that's the pale oak ship I haven't built yet. I need to get that in there soon. Do I want to do that in this next episode? No. I'm going to save those. I need to come back in here and get those things sorted a little bit better. Looking pretty good, though. Let's get this road in with our smooth red sandstone. And for the road, what I like to use for roads here is we're going to go very, very small. We're going to go back to a gradient. We're going to be using a randomized seed. We're going to randomize a few more times. And then what we're going to do is packed mud is going to be in the main. We're going to go with brown mushroom block. We're going to go with mud brick for the main road. And then
shading on the cliff sides. Happy streaming today.
Rooted dirt.
I gotta head off for a few. Adios.
Hey, sup, Trace? Thank you so much for the 32 months. You have a lovely rest of your day, all right? Thank you so much for hanging. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Hope you have a good one. Okay, well, we're going to be masking smooth red sandstone, and we're going to be using this here with our mud brick in for this road, so you can see this kind of gives us a little bit more. Maybe we do want to... yeah, I'm okay with not having a whole ton of... I don't want to have a whole ton of dirt on here, so that's okay. We'll come back along the edges and add a little bit more mud. We'll come back and manually add in a little bit more, and then we're going to get rid of our mud brick out of there, and we're going to extend this down this way without it. Just, I don't like having it on that side row that we're going to do. I don't really know what's going to go in this side place anyways yet. And then what I need to do from here is we're going to go with mask smooth red sandstone slab, and we are just going to go into active block, and we're going to go with mud brick slab, and then we can just make a massive sphere here, and we can just grab all of them. This whole section, though, I do not like being a slab. I'm going to drop it down. So we can go to extrude tool here, and we can just click there, and it will shrink it. And then we can go back here into our gradient, and ooh, all of these are slabs, aren't they? No, they are not. They are, there we go. Actually, I want to do that and make it much smaller. Yep, that'll do. Okay. So now that we got these in here, this is looking pretty good. I do want to come along the edges and just add a little bit more of our dirt just to mix this up even more so. This whole thing is probably going to change, so it's fine for now. This is fine. And then even on here, maybe we have a little bit more brick just for the bridge. I was originally thinking this bridge would be out of like bricks, but maybe it'll be out of tough because that'll be a dark contrast against everything else. And this is all going to be out of, I don't know. We'll figure out the texturing for this bridge probably after we at least start to tackle all of that. Didn't realize it was super fast time-lapse time. It's always super fast time-lapse time. This landscape is going to be such a pain to build. What am I doing? What is this beautiful mod? It's like painting through a 3D pixel canvas. It's called Axiom. I think some folks pinged you with it already. Yeah, you can basically imagine that somebody just said, you know what? Building in Minecraft is cool, but I really like using Photoshop. So I'm going to build in Minecraft with Photoshop now. Or on it. No, not Photoshop. I guess it'd be more like Blender or something. Okay. I think yeah. Cutting it off. No, that's the only one. Okay. Like, don't tell me I messed up a mask. Have you thought about putting in a cemetery? Yes and no. We have like a few tiny little ones throughout the world, but nothing that's like a massive cemetery, I guess. Don't really have... Oh, I goofed this whole thing up under here too. Dang it. My resource count is going to be so off. But I haven't really necessarily thought about doing like a massive cemetery anywhere in the world, just because I don't know. I don't really like the... I don't know. Doesn't sound like the most fun build project to me, but maybe one day we'll do something with it. Maybe one day I'll be like, you know what? I could build a cemetery now. Trying to darken around the base of the tower so it has a little bit more something. I've mentioned already, but I do love how that's just like it's just there. It's just sticking out, doing its own thing. I think it's really cool. Okay, we just need to smooth out this little section of road. We'll probably expand this all even more as we bring more things out here, because the idea is that this will be some fields up here for students. I was kind of thinking orchards, but I feel like if we do orchards, because we designed those orchard trees a little while ago, we can just slap one in here real quick. What did I use on them? I think it was acacia. Oh, I guess I can just go to fruit. So we say like this guy in here. Just for size reference, if we were to cover that. I guess that doesn't block anything. Like if we did like rows of trees up here, making it look really cool. Area for the students to be able to do everything. And you can see a little bit of resin in there to be the fruit. So it'd be something, it'd be like rows of those. Could work. New moss looks like dead coral. A little bit, yeah. I really love pale moss. I think pale moss is a lovely block added to the game. It is very, very useful. Yeah, so I'm thinking we could do... Yeah, I think these trees will work. I think we could do that. Let's go Control-Z. We're going to delete that for now. We don't need it in here. So that's going to be coming out up here and having some like lines of coarse dirt, and then we'll have the trees and everything. We'll probably need to go design one or two more of the trees just so that we have some more options to be working with. And then like a lot of this in here needs just a bit of a manual touch to smooth because these are a lot of diagonal lines. I tend to try to avoid having more than 4 blocks in a single diagonal. And as you can see here, that's a lot in a diagonal. I don't know what it is for me, but like 4 is like the magic number. Once it hits 4 in a row, I'm like, I have to change it. It's like one of my internal builder rules. This has to break up the grid somehow. Doesn't matter if it's 1 block stepping over or if it's 2 blocks. If there's ever more than 4 in a row, it's something and it has to be changed. That's Marin's run after work. Welcome on back, May. How we doing? Does the mausoleum entrance count for the cemetery? Oh, that little Chapel Rowan, as it's apparently been renamed in the city. I think if it would need an interior to count. I would need to build the crypts and everything. I feel like I'm like waiting for something as a reason to make that, but that's kind of morbid. So I'm like not doing it. Yeah, that looks a lot better. That looks much like over here could use some work. This very much needs some love. Gosh. Everything else is pretty good. Especially back here is good. And these, we're gonna have some like roads. We're gonna have buildings along here too. So I'm thinking like we'll have 3 blocks back for a little boardwalk, and then we can have something like that. And then we'll need like a little 3-wide pathway for them to come down. How many blocks is this? Where's the middle? I don't know, man. And then we would be hitting the bridge, but that's okay. We'll work it into it. Something like that. I don't know. 3 and 3 is kind of weird, so maybe we do 3 and then we get rid of this. Can't have it being 3 and then 3 right below it. That'd look really awkward. So we could use, yeah, this will be fine. Yesterday I became a member on Patreon. I downloaded World. I watched the whole series, but I'm amazed how big everything is. Love all the details. Hey, JKB, I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for becoming a supporter, my dude. Glad you enjoyed the World download. Okay. It took us 3 hours and 10 minutes to texture the cliffs. Oh my lord. Well, we did. Texturing the landscape out here. That's what was 3 hours. All of the landscape. Okay. What are our tool masks at? And what did we have for the painter? Did we still have that gradient in? We did. Let me just throw that bad boy in over here. Yeah, because I need to do that anyways. That'll do. I don't know what I'm doing over there yet. I just wanted a road because I wanted to do something up there. I also added in a ton of new trees off stream. I don't think I did this with y'all, but before we only had like these 3 trees right here, and I brought in another like handful of them, like 6 or 7 of them right in there, just to bring that forest out to the edge here. And then I'm probably gonna add like 1 more here or something. But this is I've been thinking about turning this right here into a charcoal kiln. So we'll see. Creative stream for the other landscape. Which other one? That landscape over there, the big mountain range. Maybe in the future. What was I just gonna do? Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. A purple concrete. This could potentially cause a lot of issues. And then we want to go with mass surface active block, and we want to change this to air. And we're going to make as large of a radius as I can, and we're going to get rid of the mask surface here so that I can just delete all of the purple concrete back here. Now we have unintentional mob spawner. And then we also need to do this with green wool. Okay, cool. What that did is when I make the Lightmatica schematic, Jesus, okay, hello lighting. Everything back here, oh, I know that is the replacement mode. But yeah, everything back inside of it all now is hollow, so we don't have to worry as much. Oh, jeez, how did, ooh, ew. Okay, my resource count is going to be way the heck off here. Ooh. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. I can just know that I'm going to be gathering like a shulker or 2 under what it actually says. How did I do this? What the heck is... dude, we had a bad brush line, I guess. Just gonna delete all of this. Oh my god, it's all the way out into here too. All right, well, I'm gonna just like gather like 3/4 of what the number says. Maybe I'll gather it all. That can all just go into storage and be fine, but don't need this, that's for sure. And then we did, no, that's all the hill that was here before. Okay. Can I just go into here, erase tool, and we're just gonna erase connected. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I made a hole. I did make a hole. No, we need to fill this in. Is that the only hole that we had? It is. Okay, perfect. Woo! The Foodle cave. It's fine. Okay, now this is ready to be brought into a game. And like that. There. Just kidding. Nice mob farm design, thanks. The rates of spawning, chef's kiss. Just got to figure out how to collect them now. But on that note, my friends, we're ending stream today. This has been really fun. This has been really cool to be able to get this all finished, but I want to go grab lunch. So I'm going to be jumping on out of here. Thank you all so very much for hanging. I really do appreciate it. Y'all are absolutely amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate it. For all the support today, all the members, all the gift members, the bits, the donos, all that cool stuff. Thank you so very much for it. I really do appreciate it. You all have a lovely Valentine's Day or Friday and/or Saturday. Thank you all so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so very much for the support. Again, as always, hope you did enjoy yesterday's video. We'll be back next week. Maybe this weekend with a Civ stream. I'm really hoping to. I'll let y'all know. Maybe either tomorrow morning or Sunday morning. One of those two will be streaming Civ over on Twitch for a bit. But yeah, thank you all so much for being here. Catch you on the flip side. Bye. Yes, I'll find somebody to raid. Don't worry. Bye.